Good morning. Baruch Hashem. Today we're going to speak a little bit about how physicality connects to spirituality. Many times in our lives we're finding ourselves in certain situations that we try to make some sense out of it. We want to understand what's going on, like some phone conversation that shook you up, or like you just got that job and suddenly you have to move from that area to another, or like certain things in life you can digest certain food, you find yourself all the time in loops with the relationship with certain people. What does it mean? Where is it coming from and what it represents? Um, Many of us, they do believe in the Creator, or at least we claim to believe in the Creator, and while trying to do that, try to understand the language, try to understand what's going on. And there are many people, many teachers, many people around us, coaches, that will try to guide you and to give you some advice. Some of them are basing their knowledge on ancient wisdom, and some of them are basing on modern science and new age spiritual methods. But it's very important to understand that they themselves are just human, they're just people. They might be totally wrong. For an example, the majority of religious people, and with no exceptions, all religions are the same in that, will always interpret bad things that happens to the person as punishments, as judgments that are hitting him from above. But me, myself, for an example, I found it very, very hard to accept, because I know that in general, when a person is being punished by the Creator, so to speak, so the result of that will be that he will be kicked away, rejected from him. And when a person will be loved by God, so he will be hugged, he will come closer to the Creator, and he will sense the love and the warmth and the kindness of the Creator in his life. So many times in our lives we can see that hard things, bad things, so to speak, are happening to us in our lives. But those things were the things that pushed us the closest to the Creator. So in the end, to the conclusion, you see that sometimes hard things that you would ideally interpret as bad things that happen to you, as punishments, are bringing you closer to the Creator. So the outcome of that pain is a relief, is a deep understanding, a solid mind that can see things in a clearer way, a deeper connection to the Creator, a more humble way that allows you to see things in a wider range and to understand people in a greater way, to be more sensitive to them. So you see that your character is developing, that your spirituality is rising, and it's corresponding to hard things that happen to you in life. So that explanation of me being punished is not answering the reality that I can sense with my eyes, with my heart, that I see that the Creator is helping me to come closer and closer to Him, especially on the hard times. Any honest person will admit that the hardest hours of his life brought him to the deepest understandings. Over there he was able to change, over there he was able to realize, over there he was able to feel, to care, to grow. So that method of, like we said, the majority of religious methods that are telling you that all the hardship in life is punishments, are judgments, it doesn't work, it doesn't apply, it doesn't connect and click with reality. In reality, we can see that there is a language And like that, our languages are different. One can speak Spanish and one can speak English, one can speak Hebrew, and with different dialects and with different vocabularies, and their languages will be different. And also in the same family, in the same house, if you want to explain to both of your children the same idea, you're going to use different concepts and different point of views, and going to use different examples to put down your idea, to break it down for them, because they themselves, two children, speaking the same language, living with the same parents in the same house, same culture, same everything, they have different mindsets that forces the teacher, the parent, to guide them in different ways based on their spirit, on their character, on their ability to grasp, on their will to understand, on their ability to accept authority. So in any case, with every person, with any person, the language will be different and aimed, and words will be chosen specifically for him, to explain him the point that is so important for him to get. So when the Creator is talking to you in life through the physical things that happens to you in life, you must understand that that is a conversation, and it's a language that you can interpret. It means that you and I can sit in the same car and stand in traffic, and that traffic jam will represent something else to me and to you. Even though we're in the same car, on the same road, in the same time, sitting and experiencing, so to speak, the same experience, it's totally different for us. Because for me, it's pressuring me and I can't think, and you just found those 5 minutes to relax and to breathe. You can come to different understandings than I, because of the same traffic jam. I'm in a rush, and you found yourself that you're able to think clearly finally. Every person must believe in himself that he can interpret his life occasions and situations in a proper way. And that is why the beginning of the faith in the Creator starts with your faith in yourself. That to believe in Hashem, for that you have to have that tool, that you believe in yourself. That you believe in yourself, that you can also interpret what you go through in life. That you can also relate to what the Creator is telling you. That you can also understand His language. That you are a vessel that can contain His light. That He is speaking to you individually. That He chose you also to show you every single thing that is needed for you, for your completion, for you to achieve high level of things. Yesterday night, I had a very deep thought, and we know that many of the true believers, they experience very hard time in their tshuva process, when they're trying to come closer to Hashem, when they try to come closer to the truth. Many times piles of obstacles are rising and appearing on their path, and they're finding it very hard to analyze, to understand why is it happening. I just started doing that good thing and suddenly I can't do it anymore. I just hoped and decided that I'm going to commit myself to those wonderful things and methods and customs, and suddenly all the doors are closed. A person decides to move to a better community or something, and suddenly haters are waking up on him in that place. A person decides to sit and learn, and suddenly more obligations are coming and attacking him and forcing him to change his schedule, and he can't sit and learn anymore. When 2 days ago everything was perfect, just ready for him to sit and learn, and when he finally took it upon himself, that's it, the door has been closed. So I heard once from someone, it's a kind of a joke, and he said, yeah, in this world, if you do something good, you must be punished for that. So many of us, we experience that. We experience those difficulties and challenges that are attacking and overwhelming us, and especially when we are rising and trying to shine and trying to do the best thing and to force ourselves to good habits and good deeds. And okay, so those true believers, they are the truth seekers. They are the ones who seek for Hashem. They are the ones who wants to know what the Creator wants from them. So they need to interpret that language. They need to understand what's going on. In my thought yesterday, I felt a certain complaint in my heart. I had like an issue. I felt that I am developing a certain complaint on Hashem, on the Creator, on certain things that does not go well for me in my life. And I felt like I'm getting pushed into a corner inside myself, inside my own mind. And I wanted to stop. So I went and I meditated a little bit and I was thinking with myself and I tried to realize why those things that are hurting me are so painful to me, and like what does it mean, and why it's so hard for me to handle them. And then I realized that even though that they are hard for me to handle, they're not damaging me. I'm still able to do the main things that are important to me. Still, with all those challenges, thank God my family are healthy and good, and we're doing what we believe that we should do, and everyone are living in under the same roof, and we're all healthy and positive. And thank God we're able to cover our expenses, and we're paying things that we need to do, and the project is working, and we're able to distribute the light to thousands of people every day. And you have those wishful thinking, you have those hopes, you have those desires, you have those ideas that are still on pause, that are still waiting, that are still in delay, but still none of them has been destroyed, none of them has been cancelled, none of them have been waived. They're all standing. They're just like charging batteries. They're just in development. And I saw that even though I go through hard times, I saw that even though that things are like bothering me, they're not killing me. They're not destroying me. So it's like that you have been informed that there is a fire, but you're not being burnt. You have been told that there is a certain decree or some judgment, but it doesn't kill you. It doesn't destroy you. So what does it mean? And then I remember it came to my mind that it's written, Kol hagadol mechavero yitzro gadol mimeno. As greater as you become, your evil inclination is growing with you. It becomes greater as well. It means that you have an equal enemy. If you're getting stronger, your enemy is getting stronger. He receives more troopers, more soldiers, more power. If you learn perfectly, completely how to kill your evil inclination, your Yetzer Hara, in that day, you're going to have a new Yetzer Hara. You killed him, but his elder brother came. You killed 1,000, and then 10,000 new ones will appear. And that journey never stops. So, when a person is working and working, he's harvesting and plowing and digging and cutting and working and watering and harvesting and doing all the work. With time, you see that your hands are getting tired. You see that with time you're being drained. You see that those difficulties that are keep on coming, all the time pests and all the time rain and all the time sun and all the time the grounds become too hard and too stiff for you to dig and to plow, and like every year the same routine, and every month the same situation, and every day and every hour. It drains you. When it drains you, it drains you when you don't realize what really goes on in your life. When you're disconnected from the details, when you don't realize that it's all a language and that that is your mission. When you realize, when you come to that realization that that's your mission, that you need to work, that you are here to plow, you will be happy plowing. That you're here to shuffle, that you're here to dig, that you're here to harvest, that you're here to seed and to water and to plant, you're going to do that with joy. And you won't be sorry, you won't be sad, you won't be frustrated. So it came to me that based on your spiritual development, as much as you grow while trying to serve Hashem as much as you can, your evil inclination is rising with you, and he's trying to destroy you. And then the complaint that is building up in the mind of that believer is that he's suffering for no reason. because he's trying to do more and he's trying to achieve more and to rise to higher levels, but obstacles are popping and coming in greater amounts. Like instead of facing 2 problems a day, he's now facing 50. Instead of facing 2 enemies, now he has 2,000. So he finds himself with mental weaknesses, with lack of emotional stability. He finds himself terrorized by fears and anxieties and facing dark depressions and sadnesses when he is not doing anything wrong. Even like the opposite. He's doing better things every day with his life. His thoughts are holier. His intentions are purer. The society people that he mingle with is better. He doesn't have those foreign manners and behaviors that was kicking him down to the ground. But still he's being smashed on a daily basis. Still he's being shaken and terrified on hourly, momentarily. So what does it mean? So the frustrated person that does not want to work, his negative thoughts will tell him all the time that something is wrong. He will have that complaint building up inside of his spirit, inside of his feeling, that something is wrong, that the supervision of the Creator on his life is twisted, is wrong, that the judgments are attacking him not properly, and there's no justice, and it's a bent court. What that goes on here are decrees that are falling from heaven in a wrong way. I'm trying to do better things and wrong things are happening to me. Bad things are happening to me. Why righteous supposed to suffer when the evil will celebrate and will be able to deal with these issues? So I realized that you just need to look at things from a different perspective. That you need to try to look in an inner perspective. Are those difficulties that are attacking me, are those obstacles that I'm dealing with, confronting with, that inner darkness of mine that I'm facing, is that a bad thing or a good thing? Because when I try to understand the language of the individual supervision of the Creator on me, I realize that when I'm facing my darkness, I'm growing and I'm getting wiser and I become way more sensitive and caring and loving and gentle, and I'm able to help many other people on many new topics and issues that they're dealing with, things that I was not able to do before. So from those challenges, from those difficulties, I'm growing and I'm rising and I'm shining. Therefore, I cannot interpret them as wrong and evil things that are happening to me in my life. Just that because of that spiritual development that I experienced, because of my honest dedication to the truth, because of my hopes and my inner desires for good and for goodness to appear on life of all people, I want them to be happy. So because of that, as an outcome of my good intentions and good deeds, the evil inclination grew up with me because I was growing and I developed and I smashed and killed and destroyed my Yetzer Hara of earlier years. And every day when I'm working properly, I'm fixing more, so I kill more of my Yetzer Hara, and more soldiers are coming to be killed by me in the next levels. And I don't mind smash them all and throw them down to hell where they belong. And when my intention is like that, I am basically inviting and calling the war to my doorstep. But I don't mind because I know Hashem is with me. And I know that I'm holding the sword of prayer, the weapon that we inherit from our ancestors, and therefore I know that my victory guaranteed and promised. And I'm not going alone. I'm not working alone. The Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, the snake, that devil, he tries with your negative thoughts to separate you from the public, from the group, to isolate you and to tell you you're alone, you don't have friends, no one will follow you, no one listens to you, No one cares about you. But the real truth is that there are so many like us out there in the world. Millions of good souls and precious people. And they are all welcome to join the army of King David, the true Messiah of this world. And you're all welcome to join and hold hands with me together. And we're gonna clean the world from all its darkness. We are using this jumping board, this amazing holy days of Hanukkah for that inspiration for ourselves, to remind ourselves that we are here to win, to complete the redemption, to bring a complete salvation to the whole wide world, and we're not going to stop till we do it. And it's in our power, and that's our intention, and to that purpose we need to aim our hearts, to pray for complete redemption, for complete salvation, to believe in ourselves that we have that destiny above our heads to be the messengers of truth, to distribute light and justice and love to the world, and not to be scared from the challenges. Because if you're going to try to listen in an inner perspective to what you go through in life and to understand what the outcomes of the challenges that you're facing, you're going to understand that the Creator is talking to you in a unique and special language that suits you, that fits for your vocabulary, to your mindset, and it heals you, and it builds you, and it gives you the tools to win and to overcome and overpower the next level of tests and challenges. And when you're winning, you are opening a path for plenty of others to follow your light and to walk in that path you carved and opened. And millions are following us without us even knowing and recognizing them yet. They're hearing one word and they're waking up from a small thing that happens in their life, and they're all like a wave in the sea going in a similar direction, similar to you, that you're leading them without even knowing the power of leadership that you have in your hands, the gift and the blessing that you received and inherit from your ancestors. May the Creator wake us all up completely to recognize our qualities and to become those wonderful people we meant to be. Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Amen. Thank you very much, Rav Dror. Happy Hanukkah to everyone.
Thank you.
Tonight's the third candle.
Oh Hashem, it will be amazing.
Amen.
Do we have some questions or something small someone wants to know?
Yeah, somebody said, why does that happen to us? Why do we have to feel that everything is attacking us? And why did Hashem create the Yetzer Hara, pretty much? That's what he's saying.
First of all, we forgot that we are warriors. So if you find yourself so scared and terrified, you remember it's Alice in Wonderland, like the what's the name of the, like, I don't know in English.
Alice in Wonderland?
There is one that made out of the Khlil and Ishapach.
Oh no, that's
it's
no, that's not Alice in Wonderland. You're talking about the you're talking about the hold on. How did I forget this?
Oz, the Kosem
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. So, the one with no brain, he's the one that in the end been revealed that he's the wisest one. The one with no heart, he became to be the most sensitive and caring, loving one. That's like the one that was so terrified and scared, he became the most brave one. So, like, why? If you have fears around you, it means that you're a warrior and that you're gonna win. If you have lusts and desires, it means that you're going to find yourself the holiest one of them all. The Yetzer Hara is attacking you and terrifying you exactly in those points that he is scared of you. So he tries to make you scared. He tries to make you surrender and give up on your victory. But you should not go back on the holy work that you started. And you should believe in yourself and go and make wonders. Show our audience that we're not just making up those things. You see, the wisdom is established on...
Tin Man, I forgot his name. But yeah.
Okay, you get it? You got it? That's it.
You got it?
All
Good.
of our Torah is established on stable and most clarified and known and accepted methods of the ancient ones. May Hashem bless you. We're having a lot of fun this Hanukkah. May Creator bless you and answer all your prayers and requests in no time. And you'll see wonders like Alice in Wonderlands and more. Amen.
Amen.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Down the rabbit hole.